Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nathan again. And this week we'll just talk about the baptism of the Holy Spirit and that we have learned and watched through Oral Roberts. And the first question is, it talks about something that surprised us through his videos. And I would say for me, it was just the correlation of the two, the baptism of the Holy Spirit and the gift of tongues, which are two different things. And I guess I just never personally thought of it as different. I don't know why, because you got the gift of speaking tongues, which is a gift that, God gives each person a ministry gift. And you got, the baptism of the Holy Spirit is when the Holy Spirit falls upon you and you can have speaking in tongues, and a prayer language is what most people say it as. And that's something that I guess for me, I just really didn't correlate those two and how they are how they can be very different. And in that sense, what are the difference between baptism of the Holy Spirit and the gifts of tongues? I think, like I said, like the gifts, he talks about it as the gifts are like faith, the gifts of faith, the gift of prophecy, the gift of tongues, interpretation of tongues are all the gifts, and the baptism of the Holy Spirit is for all believers. That that comes with usually comes with speaking in tongues. And I know Oral Roberts just described it as when you're baptized with the Holy Spirit, you got to do two things. He said you have to stop speaking in your language for a moment, and you have to open your mouth as the Spirit gives you utterance. Those are the two steps that he gave in speaking in tongues, and how practically, as believers, we have to be able to just stop speaking in our language and then open your mouth. You got to have the faith to open your mouth and let the Spirit give utterance as it comes out. And I know for me, in my personal experience, when I received it, it was pretty much as he described. I was at a summer camp in North Carolina called Living Waters, and I was a camper. I was about 9. I've been saved for a while. I grew up in a church, but this moment they asked if anybody received, a prayer language or speaking in tongues, and I was like, no, I've never done that. So me and this camp counselor and a student went in this room together, and we just prayed for a moment, and the counselor pretty much said the same thing. You have to be able to just stop talking and kind of just open your mouth and let the Spirit give you utterance as it came. Different words or symbols would come out of your mouth or whatever. But as he broke down that practical step, it was just cool. That's pretty much how it happened for me in my experience when I got baptized with the Holy Spirit. And I know, so yeah, for me it was just cool to see that correlation where I really didn't think about the gifts and the baptism of the Holy Spirit just being different. So yeah, that's just my thoughts of this week in Oral Roberts and watching his videos. Appreciate it. You guys have a great week. Looking forward to watching your videos.